Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or probably welcome to my channel. I'm Angela, and today we are going to talk about buying your very first luxury handbag, or if you are trying to buy something that you know is going to stand the test of time. I am your girl, okay? This is my thing. I know handbags like the back of my hand. So I'm going to guide you on what to buy and what not to buy, and this is going to be fun. So if you are new here, which you probably are, I'm Angela. I love all things luxurious, whether it be tangible, meaning we can touch it, taste it, or also things that are intangible, things that we cannot touch, like our mindset. Everything doesn't have to be about things, but today we're about to talk about some things, okay? We're going to talk about handbags. Please, if you have time, like and subscribe and comment. Give me some vibes here. I love this. This is so fun. And yeah, we're going to talk about my favorite topic, okay? Some handbags, and we're going to talk about designer today. Oh, actually, somebody actually asked me, like, who am I? Like, what am I about? Just really quickly, like I said, I'm Angela. I am a wife, a mother of 3. I am actually a dentist, and I own 3 different dental practices. So I'm a busy woman, and I have no nanny. Okay, so when I talk about like slowing down and enjoying life for what life is, I know what I'm talking about, because every little bit of time that I have, I truly cherish it because I'm very busy. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. So let's get back into these handbags, okay? Okay, also I am going to include a guide on how to shop for a luxury handbag down below. I created like a PDF. You're not paying for it or nothing. It's just something that I did because I know when it was my time to buy my very first luxury handbag, it was very important for me to just take my time and make sure. And these are some of the things that I actually looked into. So check the description for a PDF file. It's not like scam, don't worry. But it just kind of helps you out. Okay, so let's talk really quick how important it is to be mindful of what you purchase. These times are crazy right now. Like, the economy is insane. So I truly understand that it's very important to be mindful in your spend and making sure what we purchase are not going to be in landfill somewhere. Like, what you get, you need to love, and you don't need to run into a store and just buy whatever just because you got a bag, okay? Like money bag, that's what I mean. You know, it's something that is very important for you to take your time and be very grateful in what you do, right? There's no rush. We don't need to be rushing, you know, doing things like this. This is something that you should take your time with and just like lean into the gratitude of it, because to be in this space, to be able to purchase something so beautiful is a true blessing. So hopefully people understand that. And in the same vein, if you are not in that space to purchase that, totally fine. Do you know how long I just read Vogue magazine? Like, most of my life, I was not purchasing luxury handbags. So I think it's very important to lean into where you're at. Know that everybody doesn't want this. Everybody doesn't have to have this. It's just something that if you're into it like I am, I've always loved this kind of stuff, right? So, I mean, if I didn't have the means, I would be probably cutting things out of a Vogue magazine and putting it on my wall, okay? Maybe not now, I don't know. But I know, like, back in the day, it's definitely my thing. I would cut some stuff out. And I guess that was the original vision board, because I was cutting stuff out and putting it on my wall when I was 15, 12, whatever. I love this kind of stuff, right? So that's the first step. Just, if this is not for you, please don't follow the masses and just go buy stuff because that's what you think you're supposed to have at a certain point in your life, right? I've done a video on this. Zara bags, like so many cute bags out there. So you don't have to run and spend money on a designer handbag unless it is your thing, okay? That I can't stress that enough. Like, please be yourself, do the right thing, do what you want. Don't do what other people want. March to the beat of your own drummer. And I could do a whole video on that, okay? So I digress. All right, especially in these times, guys, because it is crazy. So whatever you buy, you better want to keep. Like I said, you might want to give this to your granddaughter, your great-granddaughter. Okay, this stuff is gonna have to be passed down at this point. Okay, so the very first bag I have is not really a recommendation, but I just had to do a little nostalgic moment. This was my very first luxury handbag. This is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire. So they don't make these anymore, I don't believe, but it's totally giving reference. Look at me, just, I rock Dior, I rock Louis at the same time. So anyway, so baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm is totally giving that, right? Like, look how small this is. I'm gonna put in the cutaway like how I wore this back in the day. But anyway, it was my very first bag. I mean, when I tell you, it's just something that's just so special to me. Now I use another bag and I kind of use a crossbody situation. And I'll wear this. I put this is from another bag. That's what I love about these bags, is you can just kind of connect it like this and then wear it crossbody. But I didn't wear it crossbody back in the day. I put this right under my arm, as Kanye West said. But yeah, this is my first one. I just had to throw that in there. I don't really recommend. I mean, I don't mind it because I still wear it. And like I said, with the extra strap, this might be a good option, but this is something that you have to get secondhand, like on a Fashion File or What Goes Around Comes Around website, which I recommend, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, so whatever. All right, so pochette. This is the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire. So they don't make it anymore, but one that's very similar to it is the mini pochette. I think it's just a mini pochette and it has like a little chain on it. All right, so anyway, let me tell you what I recommend from Louis Vuitton. And like I said, I think you need to really focus on the heavy hitters, like the big top designers. Those are the ones that they'll hold their value. Okay, you might not be getting more for the bag if you're selling it like a Hermes bag, but you are gonna hold the value, and that's what's very important. So I'm not gonna have examples of every bag here, but I do have a couple of examples of what I do recommend. So the very first one, sorry for the horrible condition because it was thrown in the back of my closet and I randomly got it out, but this is my second bag, and this is the Neverfull, and this is in the Damier Ebene. I never knew how to say that. Ebene, the Ebene. This was really popular at the time, the Ebene kind, but and it has the red in there, but I mean, yeah, tore up. Okay, this is old. But the funny thing about this bag, this is what I recommend. Okay, just to let you know, I do recommend a Neverfull, and I just recommend a Neverfull. I think that it's so important. These handles, there's like some, sorry for how terrible this looks. I was just trying to give you guys an example and I was rushing and grabbing it out of my closet. But these handles hold, I think there's like some type of number, like however many pounds, like 200 pounds or something like that. And when I tell you, I pack this thing out crazy, but this is definitely the most versatile bag that you can get if you want to get something that's going to stand the test of time, that is going to be useful and is never going to go out of style. A Neverfull is never going to go out of style. So, and I still stand by it. I think it's better than the Goyard. I love this bag. So yeah, so the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is one of my favorites. I never got it in the canvas, monogram canvas. I even got it in the, I used to love this, the Damier Azur. Oh my gosh, I used to love it. I have so much stuff in this Damier Azur. But anyway, it'll probably come back in style at some point. Maybe I should carry this. This has been in the bottom of my closet for so long. But anyway, I highly recommend this bag. I've gotten it for friends, like as a first bag, just because it's so good and it's just never gonna go out of style. So definitely the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is definitely something that I recommend as a first bag. This is definitely diaper bag material. Like I would totally use this. You can put inserts in there, make it a diaper bag for you new moms, work bag, travel bag. It's just one of those things that you're not gonna regret. And that's something that's very important when you're trying to choose a luxury or a designer handbag. You don't wanna regret it. So you're gonna think about color, you're gonna think about size, you're gonna think about wearability, staying away from trends. So, which is hard for me, it's very hard. But if it's your first one and you're trying to be mindful, thinking about things like that are gonna be really important. Next up from Louis Vuitton, it's pretty much obvious, is the Speedy. And I'm gonna do a whole video on Speedies because I love a Speedy. I do have an example of a Speedy. This is like the Speedy of all Speedies, okay? Like, anyway, if you know, you know. So this is one of my favorite Speedies. It's Steven Sprouse, and it's vintage Speedy. But I love Speedies. It's like so easy to wear, so cool. This one does not have the crossbody strap on it, but it's one of my favorites. It holds so much. Okay, when I tell you I am a Speedy girl, I have so many Speedies, and but yeah, it holds so much. I don't know why I always have some junk in my bags. I'm sorry, guys. It holds so much, and it is definitely a top bag. So this one, and Speedies, they come in so many different materials, so many different sizes, so many different ways that you can wear them. A Speedy is a no-brainer, okay? And let me just give you an example. So back when I was buying Speedies, they were so much cheaper. So that's one thing that I do look at. When you look at how much it has appreciated in value, like this Neverfull that I got, I even have the receipt. I'm gonna try to find it. Maybe I could put it in a cutaway or something. This receipt, this Neverfull that I bought, it was so, not cheap, but I think it was literally half the amount of how much it costs now. And that just kind of shows how wonderful it is to, you know, making sure that you're investing in the right pieces. And a Speedy and a Neverfull, I'm telling you, you're not going to lose your value on that at all. So most of the things in Louis Vuitton, you're not going to lose your value. So, and these are good price points. These are entry level bags and they're good price points. So I'm a Louis girl. I love Louis Vuitton. I'm always going to recommend Louis Vuitton. They've been so good to me. I'll do a whole another video about some of their craftsmanship in terms of how much they stand by it. I'll go into it, but they literally like called me up one day and told me to bring a bag back in that was 10 years old because they were concerned about the craftsmanship and the glazing was coming off of those bags. They called me back saying, please bring these bags back in so we can exchange this. This is like 10 years later. This is how amazing Louis Vuitton is. So I'm always gonna rally for them. They're my favorite designer. So Louis Vuitton is definitely gonna be the very first one that I'm talking about. Okay, so another bag that I do think is going to stand the test of time and is very versatile as well. It's not as versatile as the Neverfull and the Speedy, is the Prada re-edition bag. I do think that this is a great bag, and I think anytime they bring back a bag that was from before, it says something. It really means that most likely this kind of bag is a great seller. It stands the test of time. The wearability is great. The versatility is great. It's definitely one of those bags where I'm just like, okay, like if you're a mom, you know, you can run around in this. This is nylon, so it's easy to clean. The Prada re-edition bag, I can't really go too much into it. I do not own this bag, but I always like appreciate it. I think it's a wonderful bag to get, and the price is right. Okay, next up is a bag that I also don't have. I have a vintage one, but I don't have like just the classic one. A Fendi Baguette is definitely a bag that is going to stand the test of time. You're gonna have to be mindful of what kind of baguette you're gonna get because there's so many baguettes, there's so many different types. But when I tell you this stands the test of time, hello, Sarah Jessica Parker. It's not a bag, it's a baguette.
Give me your bag.
What?
Your bag.
It's a baguette.
Let me have it.
Like literally, this bag stands the test of time. I have 2 vintage bags of these from, maybe I can put them in the cutaways. They are vintage. I got from a really cool vintage shop in Scottsdale, but they are from the I think early 2000s or late 90s because they don't make them anymore. They're maxi baguette, so and they're like a clutch. They're so cute. But a Fendi Baguette is 100%. Now it's a little bit higher in price point for sure, but it's definitely a bag. If you are that person who's just like, listen, I want one bag, okay? I'm trying to put you in that category. I want one bag and that's all I need. I don't need all of them bags that Angela has. Like this, I'm not a bag lady, okay? Like I need one bag. The Fendi Baguette is definitely going to be one. Now you're limited, okay? So they're very sizable. They're a very sizable bag, but they're not going to be like the diaper bag, like a Neverfull or even a Speedy. I'll throw my bottles in a Speedy bag. But you can wear them out to dinner. You can wear them to the mall, to the park, to the movies. It could be your bag when you're traveling. That's your clutch that you're wearing, your bag that you're wearing. It's very wearable. So Fendi Baguette is definitely amazing. I've still been waiting on my very first like baguette because like I said, I have the old vintage ones, but I've not found like one that I truly, truly love. I really love the Tiffany's collab that they had, but I did not get my hands on that. That was really difficult to get. And then, but yeah, so we'll see. Maybe in the near future. I'm not buying no Fendi Baguette anytime soon. I need to stop. But this video is for you, not for me. But yeah, Fendi Baguette, 100%. I highly recommend that. And the price point, they pretty much hold their value-ish. Not anything like Louis Vuitton, but they hold their value-ish if you get the right one. Like, that's what I'm talking about. When you're getting a bag that you want to stand the test of time, if you are to resell it years and years later, you're not reselling those wild colors. Nobody wants those. People are going to buy like a pretty classic color. So that's also something to keep in mind, especially if it's your first bag and you are really trying to own in and ensure that you're getting something that's going to stand the test of time. I keep saying the same thing. Okay, I would be remiss if I did not mention Chanel, like probably my second favorite designer. Now, Chanel has gone skyrocketing in price, so it's hard for me to recommend this as an entry-level bag. It's almost impossible because it's just not at this point. But It is a great bag if you're like, I just need one bag and I'm not buying no more. Definitely a Chanel bag, not a Chanel classic flap unless you're buying that pre-loved. Do not recommend buying that from any type of store. I just don't. It's the quality has gone down. The price has skyrocketed. Who is paying $11,000 for a classic flap when just not doing it? Doesn't make any sense. But the Chanel wallet on chain is definitely a bag that I highly recommend. Standing the test of time, versatility. If you get it in a normal color, it's not trendy. And there's various different types of wallet on chains, which I really like. You can get like kind of like the Chanel 19 looking wallet on chain. You can just get like a classic wallet on chain. I do have a wallet on chain that's really pretty that I use. Actually, is that a wallet on chain? I have to look. I'm gonna find it in the cutaways and I'm gonna put it in. I don't know if that's a wallet on chain, but anyway, those bags are definitely so versatile. I can't even describe how versatile they are. I mean, you're literally putting your cards in your thing and then you just put your phone and your lip gloss, like in your key fob if you need it. Like that's all you need. So I would once again be remiss if I didn't recommend the Chanel wallet on chain. And remember, these are the powerhouses, right? So Chanel, Louis Vuitton, of course Hermes. I'm not even mentioning Hermes because it's totally out of most people's entry level idea. But the powerhouses are Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Chanel. And then we have the Dior's, Fendi's, those as well. So I am going to recommend Dior is a little difficult. Like if you do like Dior, and I appreciate Dior, and with the new creative, oh my God, with the new creative director, I'm super excited about Dior. So hopefully we can get our Dior back, you know, like, I mean, I'm dressed for the part. Okay, so like when it comes to Dior, like, oh, it's hard for me to explain, but Dior, I don't really think they hold their value that great. So I would honestly avoid Dior. If that was my entry level bag, I probably wouldn't. I do have, it doesn't matter what I have, but I yeah, I mean, because at this point, it's really probably right now, because like I said, I have a lot of high hopes for Dior. But like if you go, my thing is, what I recommend is go on Fashion File and just kind of search through and look at bags. You can filter it to brand new, excellent condition or whatever. Take that bag off of there and then compare it to the actual price of a Dior bag on the website, and you'll see how the value drops typically. Now, a book tote, I'm not totally sure, but if I were to recommend a bag and you had to shop at Dior and it had to be that, number one, Dior bags are not cheap. They're very expensive. So a Dior book tote, I think, starts at $3,300. So you don't really have a very good entry level bag from there anyway. I mean, your Lady Dior's are starting at $5,000. So they're like giving Chanel 2018 prices, you know. But you know, so it's hard for me to recommend Dior as an entry level bag, so I just won't. The next one, I don't really recommend either, but I do know they are a love for so many, is Gucci. I am not a Gucci girl, and I don't think that their bags typically stand the test of time. They stand the test of time, but to me, if I were to get a Gucci bag and it was going to be an entry level bag, gosh, I do not like the camera bag. I think that is so not cute. And then I think the Ophelia bags are probably okay, but then it's like, would you get the small one and then, you know, because you'll have it for going out, or would you get the large one so you can have it as a tote slash diaper bag, baby bag, sports bag, work bag, whatever you are in life. So yeah, I don't know if I can recommend Gucci either. But yeah, so I will, like I said, if I had to, I would probably go that route. But to be honest, I'll link it down below. I reviewed a Gucci bag because I hadn't gotten Gucci in so long. That is incredible. Do I think that it's entry level? No. I was just interrupted by my beautiful children. But yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but like if you had to, you know, do you. But the Gucci bag that I just got is probably what I would recommend, but it's not inexpensive at all, but it's, you know, it could definitely be one of your Gucci bags that you'd recommend, because otherwise, I'm not a big fan. Okay, so Saint Laurent. So Saint Laurent, I recommend the wallet on chain as well. I do think a wallet on chain is everything. I think that it's a great entry level in terms of price point, and the versatility is just there. So Saint Laurent one is really good. Saint Laurent in general is just a great brand, and it's something that you'll keep. It's something that sometimes I just think about, okay, what will I carry on vacation? Like something where I just need to throw on and go. A wallet on chain, 100%. Okay, you need to go to, you're going to dinner. Okay, wallet on chain. Okay, you're going to the grocery store. Okay, wallet on chain. You're going out to a wedding. Okay, if you want to wear it, you could wear a wallet on chain, right? And you could be hands-free and have a good time. So definitely wallet on chains for different brands are definitely a great entry point and something that's you're gonna wear. So final thoughts, what you're looking for, and I'm gonna link like a checklist down below, but what you're looking for when you're purchasing like your very first bag, or if you're buying a bag that you just really want to last for a long time, you're looking at color. So you're not trying to buy like anything that's like crazy in color, because colors are very trending. So you don't want to fall into that and just getting like the shiny thing, like it looks so cool, but then you're like, it's just sitting on my shelf and I'm not doing anything with it. That's not the point, right? So getting a neutral color for your very first bag or something that you want to last for a long time is very important. Next, I cannot stress this enough. Buying for who you are. So not buying for your fantasy self. So it's so easy to be like, oh, you know what? I know I'm a mama 3, but like I literally in my head, in my fantasy self, oh, I'm somebody's socialite. Okay, I'm the YouTube girly, or I am the Instagram baddie. But like, girl, stop. Like you're not going anywhere. Like you're at home with the kids on Friday night. Like buying for who you really truly are. If you are that Instagram baddie girl, get that clutch, get that little, trending bag. But if you are just like, just try to buy for who you are. So if you're a new mom, getting a nice big tote, like a Neverfull or something like that, where it's something that's wearable, because you're gonna be a mom for a long time and you're gonna need those things from baby bottles all the way up to, sporting things and throwing your water bottles and stuff in there. So thinking about who you are at this moment so that you can wear the bags. You don't want $1,000 just sitting on the shelf, right? Like I'm selling that. Like I'm gonna get the money back because that's pointless. So that's very, very important. And then also just staying away from trends. The trends are calling, okay? The trends are gonna be there. Like that marketing for trends are everything, because they want you to continue to keep buying, right? So a trend is gonna the designers, they give bags to all the influencers. Then you're thinking like, oh, do I need that? What? No, focus on what you need, what you like, and stay focused, okay? Do not fall into the trends. Now, if you like a trending bag or a trendy bag, because that's just who you are, like me, like the Bottega Mini Jodi, so trendy. Like that thing was the most trending bag. And some people might look at it and be like, girl, that was 2020. No, for me, that's forever, okay? Because I like bag. It's cute, it's cool, it's functional. I really like it. So if you like a trending bag that is something that's very functional for you, or something that you really like, and you're like that, you like quirky things, buy it. But when it comes to your very first bag, you do not want to have any regrets. And so sometimes it's nice to just go back to the basics. My number one recommendation is always going to be Louis Vuitton. And they've all just been so great. Like the customer service has been great. The bags have stood the test of time. So my number one, like closing out, would probably be the Speedy or the Neverfull. But do you, boo, okay? And also don't forget to consider vintage. Not necessarily vintage, but secondhand market. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, do all of the things, like this video, tell your friends, share it, reference this, save it so you can use it whenever you're ready to purchase something. Click that little PDF that I created down below if you want a little guide on how to purchase your handbag. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next video.